Since Deadpool and Wolverine came out, and also since San Diego Comic-Con, where we got the huge reveal of Avengers Doomsday, the Russo brothers returning, and Robert Downey Jr. may be playing a variation of Doctor Doom, but I think that's a massive misdirection. There's been some pretty insane theories going around the Marvel community, which is great, but also there's been some scoopers making out that there's some insane things coming for Marvel. After the very disappointing D23 this past weekend, I know what you're going to say, yo, Warstu, you're a hater. Realistically, outside of Daredevil, they didn't really say anything about the movies. It was all about the Disney Plus shows, which are cool, but they're the weakest part of the MCU, outside of Loki and maybe WandaVision. But the most recent rumor is interesting because you've actually got the actors themselves debunking the rumor, but then at the same time saying maybe anything's possible in a roundabout way. So, yo, what is freaking good YouTube boys here? If you're on your anime, subscribe to never miss any of the kaiju, the MonsterVerse, pop culture, DC, Marvel based content that I try to deliver on a daily basis. If you could subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know, what are you most looking forward to out of all the Marvel projects coming forward? And if you could, check out Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter, WarstuG. So let's get into it. So Deadpool and Wolverine has gross turned over. That's not profit, it's tuts. And I see some comments going, yo, Warstu, you said it wouldn't do that. No, I said it would not do Spider-Man No Way Home numbers, which hit just under 2 billion. It's got nowhere near that. It's a very successful movie. Sure, it really is a successful movie, but it's not done close to 2 billion like a lot of people said it would. I'm glad it's done over 1 billion, but it needs to keep rolling. So what is the most recent rumor? Of course, the most recent rumor reads, and I say it's rumor because I don't even believe it's real, because I'll say it in a second. So allegedly, Hugh Jackman will play Wolverine after Secret Wars. So Wolverine, played by Hugh Jackman, is currently 55 years old. So he's going to be 57, 58 after Secret Wars. Now, I know what you're going to say. Actors can keep going for years and years and years and years. Yes, they can. This isn't a case of whether Hugh Jackman could do this. This is a case of does he want to? Because Paul Rudd's in his 50s. RDJ's in his 50s. But the difference is Wolverine is a very physical character. He's got to look pretty damn good. He's got to be lean. Got to have a bit of build to him. RDJ's character, Ant-Man, they don't really have to be very physical. I know they have stunt doubles that do the dangerous stunts, but he's still got to get into that shape again. Hugh Jackman wants to stick around and make more movies with Ryan Reynolds. I'm not going to say where this come from because literally this is everyone guessing. It's like, oh, Deadpool and Wolverine, it's banged $1 billion. So now these two characters are going to literally appear everywhere. But Mr. Ryan Reynolds himself says differently. Now, I'm sure Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman would love to do some roles together in the MCU, but that doesn't mean that they're sticking around. So, Ryan Reynolds on if Deadpool and Wolverine will appear in future Avengers movies says, I don't know, yeah, we see, yeah. And for some reason, people took that as he said yes. He didn't say that, because since the movie came out, in an interview with Collider, Ryan Reynolds said this: the actor isn't sure if he'll return or be returning as the beloved character. I would say that Sean and I have been pretty clear. So you're going to get all these hyperbolic scoopers making out that Deadpool and Wolverine are going to reappear. And sure, they may appear in Doomsday or Secret Wars, but they're not going to be leading people in these roles. So the biggest ongoing theory now, based on what information is saying, is that Wolverine, Hugh Jackman, is going to be the MCU Wolverine going into the mutant saga that was supposed to be announced at San Diego Comic-Con, which a lot of people were reporting on and a lot of scoopers were talking about, but they literally said nothing about the X-Men at San Diego Comic-Con. We know the X-Men are here because Deadpool and Wolverine is a Jadency. We've already seen mutants in this. Careful for spoilers. Captain America 4 is literally setting up the X-Men because they're going to be getting adamantium, which is Wolverine's claws metal, from Tiamat Island, you know, the celestial place. Yeah, there's going to be adamantium introduced officially in Captain America 4. So I guess you could say there's going to be a big Avengers scene in there, because not only are they introducing the X-Men adamantium metal, that movie will be a prerequisite to set up the Avengers team, because if you've not watched my video where I talk about the plot leaks for Captain America 4, and it actually was shown at D23, so we now have official verified information that it is 100% happening, is President Ross, played by the new actor who is playing President Ross, literally says, "I know we've not seen eye to eye always, but I want us to form a new Avengers." So it is literally setting up the Avengers team for future movies. As we know, there doesn't really seem to be much multiversal stuff coming up going forward. We're in a multiversal saga, but for some reason there seems to be some massive skip because of the multiversal stuff. What we need some kind of Doctor Strange movie before Doomsday, but we're probably not going to get that. We get it. We've had a lot of multiversal stuff set up, but the problem is Loki explains everything. Ant-Man 3, but that all set up Kang. Kevin Feige refuses to answer a question on if they're going to recast Kang. I still think Kang should play some kind of part. It doesn't have to be a pinnacle part, but I still think Kang should be around. So it is a good time to be a Marvel fan. I don't know if Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman are going to stick around till Avengers 5 and 6 and stick around later. Sure, but Ryan Reynolds isn't a spring chicken either, is he? He's in his mid-40s, and it's a case... Actually, no, I think he's close to 50. I freestyle these. I don't have notes. I'm not like anybody else. It's just a case of, does Ryan Reynolds want to keep suiting up for Deadpool? Because there's loads of rumors that Deadpool 4 is going to be Deadpool and Spider-Man. I hate to tell you this. That's a Sony property. Sony property. I don't think they're going to let that happen. So is Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool going to stick around? Maybe is Hugh Jackman Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds going to stick around? Sure. Potentially cameo roles, 10, 15-minute roles. Are they going to lead movies? I don't know. Did they save the MCU? No, they didn't. A $1 billion movie is cool, but Deadpool and Wolverine should have set something up. They literally had Robert Downey Jr., Doom coming on stage 2 days later, which tells us this Doctor Doom RDJ storyline, whatever, going to go in Avengers Doomsday. They already had it lined up in their head. They could have stuck an actual post-credit scene that went somewhere. I get it. If you look on the TVA screen, you do see some things. You do see the Thor crying. You do see Gambit. Spoiler, none of them died. Wesley Snipes' Blade, X-23, Gambit. They're all still alive, and they're all probably going to reappear in a later movie, whether it be Avengers 5 or Avengers 6. Post-credit scene did set up some things, sure, it really did. Gambit might be getting his own movie. It set up some things, but realistically, it didn't narratively set anything up for the multiversal threat going forward like they could have done. They literally could have done a secret RDJ Doctor Doom post-credit scene because they had him on stage 2 days later at San Diego Comic-Con. Sure, I agree. The pop would have been a hell of a lot better, and it was a hell of a lot better at San Diego Comic-Con, sure. But it would have been better if they just randomly stuck it at the end of Deadpool and Wolverine. So the future for Marvel is pretty good. I just personally wished they would focus less on the Disney Plus shows. Sure, I'm looking forward to Daredevil. Really good show on Netflix. Looks like it's going to be the same caliber, potentially. But everything else, I'm not really that into it. Agatha, along came Agatha, really. I mean, sure, if it's going to set some things up, but the movies are where Marvel made its name. The Disney Plus shows are just filler, fluff material, respectively, if you ask me. I know people love the What If show and they love X-Men 97, but they are filler shows. So like always, guys, let us know. Do you want Hugh Jackman to be the Wolverine long term? I know there was a joke in the movie about they're going to make him play Wolverine till he's 90, but this most recent report, it's more just a fan idea. I don't believe they've said it out loud to anyone. It's just a scooper trying to jump on an idea, if you ask me. So like always, guys, personally, I think Daphne Keane, X-23, should be the MCU Wolverine. I know what you people are going to say to that, but I think that'd be pretty cool. She's a pretty cool character. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram at Warstu. Check us out on Twitter, Warstu, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.